Doctor for his broken foot and sometimes his loud mouth, political insider Steve Hood, and the attorney who should be a judge but plays one every week right here on Fox 2, Charlie Langton. We thank you all for being here. Mike, you're the neophyte here, so the first question is for you. Healthcare, will it work?
I have read all 2,700 pages, and it's a good first step. In Michigan, there are 500,000 people without insurance who will be insured when this kicks in 2014. 100,000 of those in the city of Detroit. The provisions where the insurance companies can no longer drop you because of your pre-existing conditions or because you get sick, those are all good. It's a good first step to expand coverage. The real hard work is in cost controls, and that's going to come in the next phase. And I think you'll see Congress take that up in the next year or two. You got to have both pieces to make this work, and I think the president understands that.
Well, the debate is all but over, but apparently, though, the anger is still high. Death threats have started to come in to some lawmakers, rather, who voted for the health care bill. Listen to the messages left for Michigan Democratic Congressman Bart Stupak.
You baby killing mother. You turncoat son of a piece of shit. I hope you bleed out your ass, got cancer, and die, you mother.
Go to hell, you piece of shit.
You ought to fill your pockets with lead and jump into Potomac. Punk.
Pretty harsh words. David Law, chairman of the Oakland County Republican Party. I know you don't condone this sort of stuff, but you have to ask the question, does the Republican rhetoric fan the flames?
Well, I wouldn't call it necessarily Republican rhetoric. I mean, there are independents, there's Democrats, and there are Republicans that do not like the setup of this bill, and the people that are angry. I don't obviously condone people going on, making phone calls, threats like that. And I saw instances where people were spitting on others and so forth out at rallies and so forth. I mean, obviously, we don't condone that. This bill
issue to you saying this is not being fanned by the Republicans.
It was Dave Bing in the direction he wants to take the city. And I hope the U.S. Attorney...
You can't feed that. You can't feed that dollar.
I think he's overpaid. I think the guy's overpaid. $1's too much for that guy. You got Kwame Kilpatrick, who's a great speaker, and Mike Schwartz, who loves to talk. Yes, he does, Mike. You know you do. And he's paying $1. I think he's overpaid.
You now have Wayne County Prosecutor Kim Worthy facing foreclosure on her home. And it's sad to see. I mean, of course, she's been chasing Kwame Kilpatrick and his money, but now she's facing money problems of her own. And you have to wonder, are we paying our public servants enough? I mean, it's kind of embarrassing, and I sympathize and empathize with her for this public servant to be facing foreclosure on this house. And should we be paying our public servants more money, or is it simply a matter of mismanaging personal finances? I don't know.
Well, because Kim Worthy didn't commit any crime, so it's a little bit different between Kim Worthy and Kwame Kilpatrick. But I mean, it's sad to talk about that. I mean, there's some, you know what? There's something about a private life that maybe we shouldn't talk about. And I understand Kwame Kilpatrick's been dragged through the mud. We know his every intimate detail, but he is a convicted felon, so maybe there's an exception. But now we're talking about, and we talked about Charles Pugh and Kim Worthy. I'm going on and on.
When you enter, when you enter public service, your life becomes public. You don't have a private life. And let me tell you, I know 3 people that live in her neighborhood that have told me they're considering walking away from their houses because they're doing nothing but renting. These are houses that were $400,000 and $500,000 houses, and now you have houses on those blocks that are selling for $120,000, $180,000. All right, the value is just not there in Golf Club subdivision anymore, which is where she lived. They showed it on the thing. And, you know, if I were her, you know, I would seriously consider just walking away and making a statement.
You can't do that as an elected official, though. I mean, what kind of message does that send?
It's a message.
From the deal you made, the contract you signed, you can't just walk away from that.
It sends a message that you're not going to sit there and just rent. Okay? If your mortgage company won't come down, if you can't negotiate with them, all right, I think she needs to make a move.
If you're an attorney and you signed a contract, now you're just going to walk away, that makes no sense.
But
her neighbors are about to do it.
I know doctors making more than $500,000 a year who are walking away from mortgages because of the way this economy flipped and the values flipped. You know, it isn't just Kim Worthy. She's in the spotlight, and that's probably not fair. But there are a lot of people in that same situation.
And that is the bottom line. There is pain everywhere across every strata of income in the state of Michigan. Gentlemen, we thank you for your comments and your insights, and we thank you for watching. As always, you can blog away at myfoxdetroit.com. That's it for this edition of Let It Rip.